Hello, my name is Luke Middlebrook, and tonight we're going to be talking about infrastructure for one-to-one device ratio implementation program. Bandwidth. Bandwidth is the amount of data that can be streamed from the internet at one point. The State Educational Technology Directors Association, or SETTA, which can be found at setta.org, recommends bandwidth usage for schools in the school year after next. So the 2017-2018 academic year target for all schools. An external internet connection to the internet service provider, at least 1 gigabyte per second per 1,000 students. What that means is every wired computer or device on campus has at least 1 gigabyte per stream per 1,000 students. If we're going to do internet area network or WAN connection from a central point to students on the campus, we're going to need at least 10 gigabytes per second per 1,000 students. So the difference is, imagine a computer lab that has computers with a cable plugged directly into the internet. That would be an external internet connection. Most of the devices we're going to be owning, which are iPads, netbooks, Chromebooks, these devices, these are going to be running off a wireless network, which we're going to need a lot more data, such as the 10 gigabytes per 1,000 students. To think about bandwidth, it's best to think about it like gasoline. Your car will have no movement forward without any gasoline in it. Just like we'll not be able to access apps, we're not going to be able to go to Google Drive, we're not going to be able to access Haiku or learning management systems or internet sites or look at streaming videos. Bandwidth enables us to access information and the speed at which we're able to access it at. The higher the bandwidth, the faster we can access. Network security. So schools must purchase an umbrella program to cover all devices, even those that students take home from phishing and malware. In order to maintain SIPA and E-rate compliance, we must ensure our students' safety is ensured through their personal identity and their work. Purchasing a filter from a private company like OpenDNS for the flexibility of a one-to-one device ratio with take-home capabilities fits into our vision and goals. OpenDNS offers an umbrella program that can go and cover every single device in our district. The way it works is that we download the information and the network security onto the device, and anytime a student uses that device on the internet, OpenDNS makes sure that it is blocking phishing, malware, and stopping students from accessing inappropriate material. So we have students who, when they come to site, they'd be on school Wi-Fi, which would have a filter in place, and when they go home, we'd have an umbrella program that would stop them from accessing inappropriate material or phishing and malware and protect their identity when they're on other Wi-Fis and other networks. So just a way to make sure that their security is always intact and always being secured. Asset security. So now we have the network security protecting the information, but we need to actually protect the devices themselves. Our devices are a major part of our future vision for our school and for our district. We need to make sure that they are well protected from fair use and from possible theft. We're going to purchase a cart for every classroom that has devices to make sure they are secured during non-school hours. This cart will not be for students to use for their take-home device. They will have chargers which they can charge at school. The cart will be simply used for devices that will be staying on site if we have any. If there are no devices that will stay on site, then a cart will not be purchased. But in case that we have spares or we have devices that will be used just for a certain classroom, then carts will be purchased. We're also going to purchase bags and covers for all devices for students to carry to and from school without damaging them. So we know that some students are in a financial hardship and they cannot support or supply themselves with a bag and case to make sure that the equipment is protected. We are going to purchase that and make it a district asset to make sure that students can protect the device from fair use and make sure that it does not get damaged, and making sure that we can keep the devices intact and maintain their durability. Acceptable use policy. The San Diego County Office of Education Internet Usage Policy for devices being used at home and on our school site. So this will be the program and the policy that we're going to be implementing. This is going to be a document that all students and families must read and sign to acknowledge their understanding in accordance with the policy. It states that students may not publish or access inappropriate material, and it just sets up general limits as well as guidelines for how the students are to act while they are using our school devices or whether on our internet. Since they will not be using the internet at our schools, it still is part of the policy considering they're using a school provided device while they're at home or on a different network. We're going to put this into a document, and each student and their family will have to sign their understanding and acknowledge that they've read it before they will be issued a device. So the usage policy for home to school program. In addition to the usage policy detailed by the San Diego County Office of Education, there will be an additional article stating that students are responsible for bringing device to and from home to school. Students are required to bring these devices every single day to class. It's part of their educational supplies and it is necessary. Our district takes no responsibility to damages that are caused by the student off or on campus to the district provided device. Damages and costs will be repaired by students. We are not taking responsibility of the device. Once the device is leased to the student, they are in full responsibility for the life of that device until it gets returned to the district or to the school. If the student damages the device while they are on campus or whether they are off campus, the district or school does not assume responsibility, and damages and costs will be negated to the student, which they will pay. This is the detailed infrastructure for our schools and our one-to-one implementation program and how we're going to make sure that we have the groundwork laid for our devices. Carrie Strong will continue on for the next part about what are some common hurdles districts have experienced and how they might be avoided or resolved. Thank you.